Be a bit awkward, wouldn't it?
Mate, if there's one person I would not want, like say I'm playing like my peak career when I'm playing the Melbourne Demons, right? And I'm kicking 3 on the MCG.
How long did it take you to mention that?
Not long, right? Say I'm just kicking my 3rd on the G, and Matt De Boer plays for Melbourne. I'd nearly just jump off the ground.
Yeah. He choker holded, who was that? Van Berlo for Adelaide when he was tagging Stephen Hill one night.
Yeah, I heard that.
Under direction though, might have been from the powers above.
You got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Right, you do.
Well, geez, that was a Dill Buckley 45.
I want to ask. I asked you before, but give us a look at the hat.
So this hat. So I got this hat so I played 2 games for the Giants, right? And
2 games, 2 years.
2 games, 2 years. It's the best club to go to because they have no past players. So like when you're there and you're a past player and you embrace it, you get treated like a king. So I bought the past players membership. I'm a 2020 member. 2020 member. I've got the past player. Guess what? Actually, this is a good game for playing at home. Guess what past player number I am?
So in terms of players,
sorry. It must have been when I debuted. My player number debuted.
Oh, you would be about.
Actually, I don't know.
6, maybe 50. 50.
Nah, bit higher.
60.
Bit higher.
This is a high. Well, that's not that. That's
below 100. Below 100. It's 86. It's 86.
Okay. See, so that means probably about 100 people played for the Giants by now.
Yeah. Speaking of Lockie Ash tonight, can I say something about him?
Well, you're about to. I'll say something about him after you.
I reckon he's big call here, massive call, but I'm thinking in like 4 years he could be the best of that draft.
And if he's not, you didn't say it. Yeah. What I'd say. So I played GVFL footy. My first ever game or second game. I was 17.
How's that, Sam?
I was second game, 17 years old. I would have been about your size, maybe a bit bigger. So it's still pretty small. And his dad was a legend of the GV, and he just he did the Matt De Boer to me real early.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't reckon he has it. I reckon he was missing half a tooth up front. So imagine being 17 years old, hardly gone through puberty, and he's lined me up and ragdolled me like a little boy, which I was.
Mate, sorry, something just happened. There is not a bloke that I like more than Harry Perryman.
I like him. I saw him because I went obviously and celebrated your you got the grand finalist T-shirt on. I went and celebrated your grand finalist effort. Where were you that night? Emerson?
I can't remember.
But he was there. He is your typical
country boy, man.
Like real inland country, New South.
Between Sydney and Melbourne, but he's an absolute champion. By the way, I think I haven't really been watching the game, but apparently Bontempelli is getting bashed.
Leon being a bit nasty.
Yeah, he's pretty.
Has Leon got a nasty streak?
Look. He never really sprayed me. I think he just felt sorry for me.
What was the story about you going up there in terms of where did you get traded or delisted? Delisted. Did you or drafted there? How did you get there?
No, I got delisted twice. Once from Giants. I got delisted. I'm just getting on Twitch so we can get the comments up so people have / lockdown club. So I'll tell you the story in 2 secs. It's quite a funny story, to be honest.
Huge contribution, really, across 2 years.
Mate, 100. I had a bigger contribution than I reckon I'd be up there with Phil Davis and Callum Ward of that club. Like, honestly, internally, it's up there.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you the story. Sorry. Basically, what happened was I got the ass, and then
Mhm.
I went away. I was like, well, the actual real story is so Carlton listed me like straight away, right? But in my meeting, they're
Did
like,
you go in
"Hey,
thinking? Did you go in wondering, is it a
no, no."
1-year contract or a 2-year contract?
I went in going, I knew I was done. Like I was just like, I'm like, there's no point in even going to this meeting because like it's finished. But I went like with a good attitude. I just went in there and thanked them so much. I was like, boys, thanks. I really appreciate it. Like, thank you so much. I wanted to leave on good terms because you know you see those guys leave on bad terms. And it's just like you never want to do that.
I did that once.
Anyway, yeah,
Anyway.
don't do that. and
Twice,
and
actually. 2 times.
and and yeah, I saw it coming, and I was like, look, I'm just going to chill out. I went in there, and they're like, look, mate, you know, this is where it's going. What do you want to do? And I was like, look, thanks so much. It's been good, been real. It's been real. It's been good. Just hasn't been real good.
That's the one.
And they're like, look, mate, you're not going to be here, but we don't want to delist you yet. Like, we want to try and give you another opportunity, and like, we'll try and trade you.
Mm,
Clubs weren't that stupid. They knew I was getting delisted, so like,
yeah.
they're not going to try and trade for someone they're going to delist. But anyway, I just
Yeah.
ended up getting delisted. Went up
Sounds
to
very familiar.
yeah, well, yeah. I think it happens to a lot of people. And then just went up to Sydney one day. I actually flew up with Lockie Keefe. So we actually got on the same flight. We went up. And this is actually, I've actually never even realized this, but this is funny because when I went up there, right? So I had the medical and I'd just gotten back from South America. I had a month, like 3.5 weeks in South America, had done no training, had knee surgery. I didn't even tell them about it. And somehow I passed the medical. And then after that, like a week later, Leon called me and said, "Hey, mate, like we're going to go with Lockie Keefe." I said, "Yeah, it's probably a good call.
Well, yeah.
That's probably a good call." And then he said, "Look, just hold your horse, like just don't chill, like don't give up yet because there's the rookie draft." I sort of something came over to me, and I'm not a forward person, but I said, "Mate, I reckon you should take me in the rookie draft." And I was like, he's like, "You reckon?" I was like, "Yeah, I
You
reckon you
won't
should."
regret it.
Yeah, I'm like, "You won't regret it." He probably regrets it, but it was
Oh,
good anyway. Wally, that was a good mark. While he did. But yeah, went up there. But do you know what the funny thing is? So I think Nick Subban was actually
mhm.
going to go to the Giants, right?
I think he pulled out.
He pulled out. So I reckon that like if he had said yes, I
Yeah.
wouldn't be there.
Mm. Well, hey, big shout out to Nick Subban, Boobra.
Nick Subban, if you're watching, I honestly owe you a couple of beers for
Bailey
sure.
Smith with the mullet into an open goal. Now, yeah, Nick
He's,
Subban,
he's handsome. That bloke.
married, 2 kids. He married the first girl he talked to, which was a good effort.
Do you want to maybe put your phone on mute
I don't
or
know how to do that. How's it work?
you just like flip it to the side and put it on vibrate?
No, it's my computer. It's my computer, mate.
Oh,
Hey, I'm just going to. Hey, what about shout out to Castle and Mark Melbourne? Like they're my clothing. You know, that's my apparel sponsor. One of a few.
they're the best.
They are. They're the best. I'm quite popular in what they do.
Yeah, plenty of people chatting.
I'm not very technologically savvy. So how do you go on? Have you got a Mac or what do you got?
Yeah, I got a Mac.
So how do you turn your iMessage off so it doesn't come through your
I think Sam's messaging you.
You just read that out to me.
He says, Mick, just choose WhatsApp on Lappy.
What's that mean?
Not sure.
Oh, for fuck. It's a family thread that's going on. So I'm missing out on all that garbage.
Is that 127 people watching us?
Unbelievable. Jeez.
Where are you? Send us a sign if you're there.
Yeah.
Yes, Reese. Giants needed a faster start. You're not wrong there, mate. You're not
It
wrong.
is. Hey, let's talk about the three blokes in the Giants outfit that will be the baldest, the quickest in that team tonight.
Oh, easy. Yeah, okay. I reckon
Finlayson, he has to be.
Finlayson's already Finlayson's already halfway there. Finlayson's already there. I'm just going through the list. Like, you Stephen Cornelius, he's got a real strong head of hair. Handsome guy. Aiden Core, he's strong.
Giants. Oh, that's what I can do. I figured it out. Just turn off your Wi-Fi. So what we got? Finlayson number one.
Finlayson number one. I'm going to say number two would be. I don't even remember him. I'm just looking on the TV.
I found one. Himmelberg. He's got the long hair, but
he's strong. He's very strong.
Yeah.
Do you know? Just on hair, if you were a redhead, the last team you'd want to play for is the Giants. Sauce Jacobs in the orange. He's a great player. It just doesn't look. It's not aesthetically pleasing, is it?
Sauce Jacobs.
That would just saying like if I.
Hawthorn a bit bad. Yellow, brown, red.
If I was playing though back in the day, I would be getting into that. Yeah, Zachy's maybe.
Zach Williams, I reckon he might be going back a bit when he's late 20s. So
you're saying who's the Dill Buckleys? The Dill Buckleys and the Mickey Barlows of the teams. Mitch Wallace.
Mitch Wallet. Started left dealing. He just couldn't work it back left to right.
It happens. Start it left, it goes left. What about Can we just give a bit of a tip for tonight, by the way? Like I obviously think the Giants are going to win. I reckon they'll win by 18 points.
Mate, Giants for mine. 3 points, kick after the siren. How about my tipping at the moment? 19 games in. What would you think I'm on? 19 games in.
16.
I'd probably go the other end of the spectrum.
Okay, 6.
Even lower. Double the amount of games that you played for the Giants.
4.
Are
they good 4?
There's H.E. Crozier, my main man. Now there's someone that's thinning out rapidly.
And would not love it either.
But he's got the teeth. The veneers are white.
He looks chomp. He's got a bit of chomp about him.
Yeah.
Toby McLean's a very good player.
Well, he's only first game tonight. Lloyd shares the ball. Johannesson, 45 out, pokes it through.
Come on, Giants.
What'd you make of that play there, Dill? Give me some special comment. Touched off the boot.
Yeah, it was good to get the touch. Definitely good to get the touch in. Zach Williams, probably some of the best foot skills you've. Look at it, like Phil. Oh shit.
Zach Williams, where's he from? 3, 2.
Wagga Wagga.
Narendra. Come on, mate. Know your teammates. Narendra. All right. I'll play a little game with you, right? Giants players. As they touch the ball, say where they're from. So
Wardy's from Western Jets.
Yeah. Like Crosby, he's from
he plays for the green and yellow team that Basher Hooley played for as well.
Spotswood.
About
3 minutes that way. Do you know, here's one for you.
Lucky Ash Farms apples.
Come again?
Lucky Ash Farms apples.
Yeah, he's from Shepparton. Sure, where's he from? Melbourne.
He's from I think he's from Greensboro way. Bandura or something like that.
Yeah, right. Libba. Hey, you should get that. I was thinking about this today. Libba has to be a candidate for the Dylan Friends podcast, I'd imagine.
100%. I'd love to get Libba on. I think
Ash. Anyway, continue.
I think the player. I was thinking about the potty today, and I was like, I think for players to come on, it has to be off season because like I don't think any player wants to come on the show midweek, tell me some funny stories, and then like and play a game on the weekend.
Yeah.
So, I definitely want to get.
I missed that part.
I'll tell you 3 guys that I want to get.
Yeah. Libba,
Shane
Biggs, yes.
And Jack Redpath.
Yeah.
Stories, those guys.
Redpath playing, where did he play? Deer Park, I reckon, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's from Kyneton.
Bob Murphy referred to that team, right, that won the premiership,
yeah,
as a bunch of wild frogs. Put them in a sack, and they're like a bunch of wild frogs just trying to escape.
Yeah. Tim English. Have you ever seen a bloke like Tim English that his name suits him more? Like, if you said to me,
what's his name?
What does this guy look like? I'd say he's like his name's Tim English.
I might be quite gullible, but I heard that your last name originates from way back when, whatever your what your like most oldest predecessor did. So if you're a Barlow, you're a barley farmer. If you're a Buckley, you might have done buckwheat. If you're a baker, you're a baker. What do you reckon? What do you reckon of that?
Oh, jeez. I don't know.
Put your hat back on.
Giants cap.
Fly, Tim English. All right, so I'm on track for no tips here. What happened to our man Josh Kelly tonight?
I don't know. I actually didn't even. I just saw before he wasn't playing.
I've got it. When are we moving on to our main topic of discussion, which is the only topic of discussion I've got in my notes? Yeah. Tom Sheridan's football career.
Well, it's just finished, isn't it? Is it a conversation already over or not?
Yeah. I think it finished when he was hotly anticipating the call into Lowndes' office this week, and then he figured out he wasn't in the squad of 35.
I've never met a bloke. So I was actually chatting about this today with a mate, a mutual friend of Tommy's and mine. I've never met a bloke that, after a game, just say we had an identical game in the NEAFL, and then there'd be a bloke that got you say, geez, you a chance this week, mate? And I'd be like, oh, I don't know, probably not. Like, we'll see how we go. You never know. And then you ask Tommy, he's at the exact same game.
Overridingly, probably not. Let's just
probably not. Overridingly, probably not. And then you ask Tommy, he's at the exact same game, and he sees what he says, and he goes, yeah, I reckon I'm in this week, mate. I reckon I'm in. 100%. 100% in. I'm in.
Off-ball run. He did good off-ball run. I saw him out. I did this. There's a bit of that, I reckon, from the blokes that don't get a game in the AFL and they play in the reserves. They think mediocrity is enough. And that is Tommy Sheridan, isn't it? Buddy, 17 possessions in the NEAFL against Aspley ain't going to get you in the side, Tom.
Yeah, you got to do the Mick Barlow and have like 84 and still not get picked.
That doesn't work.
See, I've actually always been, so this was my Mick, and this never worked, so no one take this on, but I was always, and this is a massive call, but I always said I was a better AFL player than I was NEAFL player. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, I just felt like when you're playing AFL, it's a cop-out, 100% it is.
I
felt like when I had better play, when you had like a good team around you, you could actually do a lot more.
I remember that infamous night, actually not the night, when we played in Mackay, but then the other day we played at Spotless in front of Sam Lloyd's family and friends.
Yeah.
I don't reckon you got out of a jog trot that that day.
No, I didn't. No, that was shoes were on the rack though that day.
Yeah,
That was towards the end.
that was.
But Mick, to be honest, that wasn't because of choice. That was because of if I had got out of first gear, I would have pinged a calf.
Yeah, that was near the end, but you got another year.
Was that year? Was it?
That was 18. Yeah.
Yeah, right. There you go.
So
Well, I think Neef will definitely get you. Neef will get you in bad habits because you don't have to really work that hard. It's such a
R.I.P. the Neefle this year. Bloody
sad.
no good.
I love Harry Perryman, man. Love Lockie Whitfield.
Mate, what's the GO? So you're drinking a Melbourne can, Melbourne bitter.
Yeah.
That was my drink of choice back in the uni days in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
No stubby holder.
No, I do. I've got stubby holders.
Have a look at this for a stubby holder.
Brunswick Bowls. I'm going to go get another beer just while I'm out quickly.
Rink 13. Yeah, I might grab one as well. Rink 13, Brunswick Bowls Club. Here's Jeremy Finlayson from 3 Deep. Oh, goodness. I give him 12 months. Finlayson from the pocket, bangs it into the woodwork. No, just shy. Now I've just got to order some dinner here, Dill. Hi. What cuisine are we talking? Oh, Mohican. No rice. Watching the figure.
Sam B BB 77. I'm going to get to that question. That's actually really good. I'm going to think about it. Whose hair would I?
No rice.
I always think about this.
Yeah.
Oh, Zach Williams.
Anyway, and a like little. Okay, so bye.
Mick, we've had a good question.
Where is the football and Buckley v Leeds? Is that it?
No. Down the bottom, says, whose hair would you trade for any player on the field?
No rice. Where do you see the questions? I'm gonna have to need a tutorial in that. What? Say that again.
Wait, just quickly before that, is there a better sound than this? Did you hear
Mate, I'd rather the bottle off a bottle, a chilled.
Yeah, okay.
That's
fair enough.
But hey, it's up there.
The question was, whose hair would you trade for any player on the field? Whose hair would you have?
Can
we do one from each team? Because I've got two.
All right, I need a little little thing. So we can rule out Jacobs. We can rule him out. Maybe we start with the process of elimination.
Oh shit! There's so many that I'd like.
Yeah, I'm probably pretty conventional. I just like someone that's got some longevity, which is the envy of myself at the moment. There's the Dutch man.
Dutchy.
So what's going on here with me? So all right, I'm saying. You go first when you're ready.
I'm going to pick pick two. I'm going to pick three, actually. There's my top three. So, number one, I love Callum Ward's hair. So, he's had every single haircut. Like, he can do absolutely everything. So
I just saw it,
yeah. I actually have a bit of a crush on it. I reckon he's probably the best looking bloke ever. So, he's my number one. My number two is Bailey Smith. That's pretty cool. Like, I do love that hair. It is cool. It's sort of a haircut that you can have when you're playing footy. When you work, like in the real world, you probably can't get away with that. But I'm not even like you will think I'm taking the piss with this. I swear you will. But my third player that I honestly love his hair is Ed Richards.
Ed, Richard Redhead, the Ranger. Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, I'm
It's
kind
a
of with
good
you.
red. It's a good red.
It's a strong red. Geez, it's a say Auburnish. It's like an Auburn color. It's like the color of your not quite. Maybe the grand finalist shirt. So I'm going to go with Callum Ward was probably the one as he popped onto that ad because he's going to have a great line of hair for years.
Yeah.
Right. I'll go one for the Giants outside of Ward and one for the Dogs because Ward represents both.
Yep.
Probably Jason Johannesson. I'll grow it out like a fro.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool.
And peroxide it and whatnot. Then the Giants. So no Sauce, no Finlayson. Nick Haynes. Nick Haynes has got nice kind of.
He's a cool dude, man.
All about the volume of hair.
Yeah, you want it. You'd rather just have it for a long time. It's actually quite fun to just watch the footy, isn't like with a mate. Like, I'll be honest, when I'm at home by myself, I actually don't really watch the footy.
No, I'm a bit different. I practice like commentating and that in front of the dial.
Do you really? That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Do a little bit.
Cool. Like cool, I mean not cool.
No, it's quite nauseating. I'll try and get her involved as a special comment still. She she nods her head and I'm like, for radio, Riley, you need to be verbal. They're not visual.
That's actually so good, man. Like, I actually imagine you, like, your poor girlfriend is like my fiance. Like, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they keep staying around.
Well, your fiance, hey?
Yeah, fiance.
Where are you living? Don't give us the exact address. Where are you living at the moment?
I'm in Victoria.
Just narrow it down to that. Are you a Dan Andrews man?
I try and stay out of politics. I don't know enough about it, to be honest. Like, he's, seems like a nice guy.
Tell you what I'm finding quite contradictory. You know all these ads we're seeing, Dill, saying we're in this together, blah, 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 blah. We're in this together. And then all our state leaders are just teeing off at each other.
Yeah, mate. Oh, fuck me. I've got to crank this mic up a bit more, one sec. That's all she's got, Sammy. Can you hear me all right, Mick?
Yeah, mate. Hey, crystal. But you're through the can you hear my messages that I'm getting?
Nah.
It's good. Okay, that's good. Bless you, mate.
Into the elbow.
So Melbourne, do you have any thoughts
to let you know, Mick? Hey, Tommy Sheridan's tuning in.
Is he?
Shock horror, he's not playing.
He's meant to be in the squad of 29.
Yeah, I know. He's meant to be out there.
Yeah.
Another one, Dill Buckley. I love. Thank you so much to. I'm not sure how to say that. Is it Ujesia? Alarin, Cracker Insights. Thanks, Alarin.
I've lost the link. Tommy's tuned in. He likes my jumper. Did you ever live with Tommy at all?
Thank you so much to. Nah, mate. There's no way I could have lived with Tommy.
I gave him 1 year, 2015.
I've stayed in your bed before, Mick.
In the apartment in Perth.
In Freo,
yeah. He's good like that. He's very. I don't mind. I'm very liberal with people using whatever. But Tommy.
Sorry, actually, just back on that, he wanted me to use your bed and I slept on the couch. I just remember.
My couch. Nice couch?
Yeah, it's a good couch. I felt a bit weird about staying in your room because it was when we weren't really mates, but I don't really like sleeping in other people's beds anyway.
No, he's good like that, train. Yeah, I had a year with him. He goes through phases, doesn't he? He's he goes through his phases where he's real committed and disciplined to his craft. He's getting up at 6, he's meditating, he's going to the beach. And then, 7 days, 8 days passes, 9 days, and then it's just the doona's up. I've had enough, guys. I'm rolling into the club with sleep dripping out of my eyes, crusted onto my eyelashes.
That does. If you had to sum it up of Tommy Sheridan, I would say crusted eyelashes of sleep in his eyes.
We used to do this thing, right? 7 o'clock most mornings, you had to go in and do your heart rate variability. So that means like you put heart rate on for 5 minutes and they just check how rested you are and all that.
Yeah.
And Tommy would rock up, and this is when Ross Lyon's like, if you're late to anything, mate, you just pretty much pack your bags, you're out of there. And Tommy would roll in his 1989 Camry at like 6:58 in the car park. All the parks are taken, so he'd have to run from the deep parks to the room, put the heart rate monitor as he gets in, wiping the crust off his eyelash. And then his heart rate would be at like 140 because he's run 500 metres to the meeting to make it just on time.
Mate, he's got this thing where, so we call him the bear now because all he does is sleeps. Like he has this thing where he thinks that like staying up late's really good for business. So he's like, I've been working all night. But realistically, like if you just get up earlier and go to work, it's actually, you start the day fresh, you work, then you can go to bed at a time. But he stays up late, plays video games, and wakes up on a Saturday at like 12 o'clock. We call him the bear. He goes into hibernation.
And if you have a date with him, like a lunch date or a dinner date, how often have you been there? And we'll move on from the Tom Sheridan subject soon.
Yeah.
How often have you sat down, like you're like, bug it, I'll just order because he's going to be late. And he'll ring you. Oh, just order me, the tacos and the Pepsi and
the schnitzel.
And I'll fix you up when I get there.
Oh, it doesn't happen. Can I one more thing about Tommy Sheridan? I know we're going. This could happen all night, but Sammy Barr, he wants to switch. We're not talking about the game enough. Last Tommy Sheridan story, he orders like toast with like with scrambled eggs and puts tomato sauce and everything. Like he's 11 years old. Anyway, Sammy Barr wants us to talk about the game.
Yeah, so, I gotcha. No, look, the thing is, first quarter doesn't like, they're just sizing each other up. So now Alex Keith, who now plays for another team. What about how many blokes bloody play for two teams nowadays? Still, Will Trailblazers. Keith, Dozier, Callum Ward. People got him before us. De Boer.
Guys, if you want to ask us a question as well, because we can see the questions, so ask questions and we'll engage.
You're already engaged.
Super coach teams. Mick, do you do so? I wouldn't mind getting into super coach. I'm not a massive super coach guy.
I am. Lockie Ash will be very, very good super coach. Probably stating the obvious. Pick 4. Guys like Jacob Hopper, real tackling machine, gets a heap of ball. Josh Dunkley. Now, there's a bloke that would rival Callum Ward for the most handsome bloke.
Yeah, he's very handsome. Very handsome.
Handsome, smart, engaging. Seems like very nice. Probably like
seems like a nice guy. Apparently, he's got a Mercedes G-Wagon.
It's remarkable the kind of and we will get on to the footy soon. Perryman comes through. Bailey Dale overruns it. Picked up by Yellow Boots Langdon, is that? Talk to me about Yellow Boots Langdon.
Yeah, great guy, Zach. He's from WA. Mature age pick. Very, he loves his footy, man. Just loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just loves playing footy. That's fair enough.
Well, mate, I still play. You're going to come out of retirement next year?
I'm retired for a year. I'm not really. I don't think I will, to be honest. I don't miss it at all. I love my weekends.
What's your local club?
My local club's Fitzroy.
Fitzroy, the team that
juniors
folded back in the AFL.
Juniors. Yeah, so they had it like down at Peterson Oval down in Fitzroy. Like I just played all my juniors there, and then we played it was there. So yeah, that's my junior. But my other team that I'd play for is Old Ivanhoe, which is my school.
Now, what about this, Dill? So the no crowds, right? No crowds.
Yeah.
Playing for the Giants, and Suns were probably not much different, but still 8,000. You get like a fair vibe if you were kicking goals and winning. Or like, is it still pretty dire? But 8,000 to win a big Melbourne game for GWS, would that daunt them?
Mate, to be honest, like that giant stadium in Western Sydney, like it actually like there might be 10,000 there, but it actually sounds very loud. Like it's an incredible stadium. So up there, like it does feel like there's a lot of people. But I think that the boys love the MCG now. Like there probably was a time where they were like hating it a little bit, but I think they're over it.
I played one game at the Spotless Stadium in the AFL, lost by 102.
Wow.
102. It was like the
Just on
Harlem
that though,
Globe.
Mick,
It was like
you
the
know that
Harlem Globe.
sorry, go on.
Harlem Globetrotters, like Kelly one-handed, picking it up, scooping
Was
it
that
over
when
his head.
Jezza kicked like 15 or something?
No, not 15. I think he kicked 6.
Yeah, okay. 7, I think it was.
Yeah. But anyway, we digress.
With that about the Giant Stadium, what was funny was so when we go back to that draft year that they picked me and Keefe up. So besides Wardy and Phil, it was I think like it was something. So besides Wardy, Phil, like the mature age guys that they'd pick like Lids and Ryan Griffin, the next 2 players that had played the most games at the G was me and Lockie Keefe.
Yeah, right.
So that just shows like some of these, like I'd played 40 games. Some of these guys had played like 120 and I'd played more games at the G than them.
How many did you play in the end? 50.
41, man. I didn't even get 50. It's embarrassing.
How many years? 9. 8.
8 years.
Far out, man.
You don't last that long if you're a shit bloke, I'll tell you that much.
Well, that's the thing. You get I think the good bloke tax you might have got coronavirus in terms of your footy career came at the right time.
100%, man.
Because like the good bloke tax is gone. Tommy Sheridan, he's tuned in. I think he might be curtains. I think Lockie Whitfield might have broken his jaw. Yep.
Mate, can I say so Whitfield would not go off.
Yeah.
He is like one of the toughest players I've seen play the game.
What about the grand final? So we'll talk about the grand final. He was playing with kidney. What was the go?
He got his kidney taken, mate. He was in hospital for like 4 days, I think. He'd had one run and played in the grand final.
Yeah, kind of showed a bit. Like it's tough because like the adrenaline and all, but that would have bloody impacted him hugely.
Yeah, definitely.
I reckon they were playing with his jaw before, so now Lockie Whitfield's not a bloke. He's probably had a few injuries like that will deteriorate his body weight, and it's something he probably can't afford. Like when I've broken a jaw a couple of times, and you're kind of like, oh well, bloody no good, broken jaw, but you know you're going to lose 3 or 4 kilos and rip right up. So that's
right
positive.
Because you just can't eat.
Can't eat soup, ice cream, jelly, but no like.
So you're saying it's a good thing he's broke his jaw?
Not for him. Not for him. Maybe for someone like who's carrying
Tommy Sheridan.
Tommy. Who, the bear?
The bear.
What a man, eh? The most organised bloke in the world.
Oh, mate. You know that saying? It's like, how do you know if someone's a vegan? It's like, don't worry, they'll tell you.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you know if Tommy Sheridan's working hard?
He'll tell you.
Don't worry, mate. He'll let you know about it.
Yeah. Were you ever one of those guys at footy that would, in the off season and that, which I saw a lot of over this bloody isolation period? They'd put on their photo when they've got the sweat on, whatnot. Just letting everyone know they've done the work, Dill. I'm just letting everyone know that the work's done.
I reckon that was a new thing this year, Mick. Like, I reckon that wasn't acceptable like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, no one did that. That's like a new isolation thing, which I love. Like, it's given everyone more insight and everything. But I'm more than happy with it. But
bloody bit fiery this game, Dill.
Mate, sorry, can I just go? This is a bit of insight for you. So this is a big call, but this is true. So I played at Carlton, right? And this big rivalry of Carlton Collingwood. It's huge. Like it's historically it's there. But I'm telling you now, like in terms of pure hatred, like these two teams actually hate each other.
We had that at Freo with Geelong. It's like weird. Like I was probably the same. West Coast and that. I never had a game where it was like really set early, and then we had Geelong was ours when I was playing.
Yeah. You know how there's like exactly right. Like everyone would say, "Oh, Freo West Coast, that's like the rivalry." You don't like you can't manufacture a rivalry like Collingwood, Carlton, and Freo West Coast. They're big games, but like these two teams, like
it's
there's actually not like they actually hate each other.
That's true.
Yeah, look at that.
They're into it. They are into it.
How good's Ling John getting back? I love him.
What about Eddie calling him John Ling last week? I couldn't cop that. Now do your research, mate.
No, that's not okay.
He used to call Ryan Crowley Crawley. I literally thought he used to do it deliberately. I was like, mate, what? Surely you know who these blokes are from outside of Victoria. Like,
yeah.
Now, Harry.
So we just got a question. We just got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Got two questions. Sammy Barr said 8-1 free kick count. Dill, do the Giants do any work on their technique? Then he says that he's got a temper as well. Do they do work on their technique? Yeah, they do. They do. They're probably just not going low enough maybe tonight. Low enough at the body, Mick. I don't know. Is that what you reckon?
Well, yeah, if you go for the hips, sometimes it just can be that, like literally there is a bit of umpires just get on a bit of a roll, and it's bloody, yeah, you can just be unlucky. But 8-1, tell you what, there would be an uproar if that was, your Richmonds, your Collingwoods, your Hawthorns. Phil Davis, one of the smartest footballers ever to play the game. In terms
I've got a hard question here as well.
Where are you seeing these questions? It's bloody
I'm going on the Lockdown League, like twitch.tv/Lockdown Club.
Yeah, gotcha. I gotcha. So, hey, spruik that again for everyone tuning in. That well, actually, they're already on, aren't they? That's a bit.
Yeah, they're on. So they don't need that.
I might have 5.
Oh, Mick, here we go. Can I
Oh yeah.
Someone's messaging you. They say, "Hey Mick, you're legit my favorite player, and the reason my favorite number is 21. Bring back the Out of Bounds podcast, and I'll co-host with you. Sorry for fanboying, but you're a legend."
I think my favorite part about this question, Dill, from Drew M.U. He's spelt your like you apostrophe R-E correctly. You are my favorite player. You know how some people nowadays it's Y-O-U-R. So brilliant. Yeah. Look, I was a bit of a revolutionary in terms of the player podcast, wasn't I, Dylan? I just gave it off to all these young upstarts that thought they'd just take it over.
How flat were you when you saw like that? I've taken podcasting to the next level. You should have kept going. Yeah,
it all coincided with my move. It was all up and going. Then I went to the GC, and through no fault of anyone's but my own, just kind of deteriorated. Because as you know, Dill, it takes a fair bit of effort when you're playing, and also like probably the hardest part. And I'm interested to hear your point of view of it. Is because there's no money in it in terms of bringing talent in to go on it. And the obligation of a player that you ask, you feel like sometimes they would say yes, but you're putting them out too much. So I probably battled with that for a bit, probably the last couple of years of my career. So I think I finished in 16. I did my last one, or 17 maybe, while I was up on the Gold Coast. And then unless you're going to go fully into it like you and doing a great job, and equipment and kind of ability to do, from your own studio and whatnot. Yeah, kind of that decision probably got made, and she was over.
Exactly right, mate. It's one of those things, podcasting, and it's like any business. Like if you're not like consistent with it, it's not going to work. But the thing that you're saying as well is like, number one, you don't get into podcasting to make money. Like it's probably just you do it for the passion, and I only got into it, man, because like when I left Carlton, I was like, fuck, I need to like start something because if I like, it was more like a showcase. I was like,
Yeah.
going to do this podcast to be like, well, at least I've got something to like go to next.
Yeah.
But
Well,
then
I
it
was
sort of turned into a bit more.
Yeah, well, I was the same in terms of, I had career like aspirations to the media. It's helped me hugely. I think doing like commentary and special comments and hosting shows and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think it just shows a willingness, and also, as you say, because there's no monetary incentive, people actually start to. Lockie Ash, quickest bloke on the ground at the moment, 33.4K.
He's quick.
Finlayson.
Oh, check this. Frank's here.
But anyway, show a willingness to do something for free, and I think it takes you a long way. I've got a question for you, mate. Dill, I'll make sure you just got to censor quickly censor the questions before asking them, I suppose. Dill, how long before you get the call to fly back up to Sydney? Because they're going garbage at the moment, Dill, to be honest, GWS, and save the day and just put the boys on your back like you used to in those 2 games you played.
Oh, it's a great question from Twiggy. And look, I'll be honest, I agree. First and foremost, 100%. The real reason, Mick, that I had to stop playing footy was my body couldn't take the load anymore of just carrying everyone, spiritually and physically. But no, look, in all seriousness, Twiggy, I don't think that I could do that anymore, to be honest.
Geez, they need one of your Dill. We've got the footy at half forward. Number 5,
I'm a
who's
bit
that?
rattled. I don't know. Where's the orange wave? Where's
Is that he's just kicked it literally it's like 5 rows back.
Good player too, Jai. He wouldn't be happy with that. Leon's not happy. I might need to give Leon a call at half time.
Yeah, Leon's just smacked down 5 snakes alive.
Oi, Mick, can I ask you something? Can you give me your 3 best kicks in this game?
3 best kicks.
Like your 3 best players that can kick in this game.
No worries. I will do that for you, Dill. I'm going to kick it off with Heath Shaw.
Yep.
And you probably...
He wouldn't be in my top 3, but he's a good kick.
Okay. Matt De Boer, I will put him down the bottom 3, but he's a bloody good competitor.
Yep. That wasn't the question.
Actually, it's a good call point from you. There's a common misperception that good kicks are like those blokes that run, carry, and kick it real long.
Yeah.
Daniel Pearce used to play at Fremantle, love him to death, but he kicked like most inside 50s, like record amount of inside 50s for the year or something. But they were all flower bags.
Yeah.
Because he just banged them long and banged them into a pack, everyone thought, he's a left footer. Geez, it helps when you're a left footer.
Yeah.
Thought he was a good kick. Anyway, best kick you keep talking. I'm just going to have a little. Well,
I'll give you 2. One of these guys, like this is probably just an obvious one, but it sort of debunks a trend because this guy is a run and carry player, but he's genuinely a grouse kick, which is Lockie Whitfield. Like he just hits some shit that I've never seen before. Number 2, who I love this bloke, Caleb Daniel.
Yeah.
Unbelievable foot skills.
Because his feet move like that. They're so small. So he's like, and his ball drop is literally that far. So there's no margin for error. Good kick. Can't kick over a jam tin, but good kick.
Yeah, he's a great kick. Great 15-meter kick. Like real, just good. You need that. And a tie for 3rd would be Jeremy Cameron, like field kicking, dead set. Like he's an unbelievable field kick. Like as a midfielder, he'd be amazing. And Callum Ward, tied.
Yeah, right. Bontempelli, very good field kick. He'd probably get right in the fringe of my top 3. So talk to me about Zach Williams, because the perception around him would be that he's a good kick. Is he not?
Shit. Well, I've totally forgot about him. But
he's a good kick.
He's an unbelievable kick. Like the way he breaks, like I've never seen. So he's probably the 2 best. Okay, this is probably a good topic, but in terms of like you were saying before, guys that run quick and kick.
Yeah.
So the 2 guys that I've seen that can like actually run at top speed and kick is Zach Williams, and the other guy that like is probably the best kick that I've ever seen or played with is Chris Yarran. He could be running at full pelt speed and just kick. Oh, that was a good tackle by Jackson Haitley. Gee whiz.
I've got there's Bontempelli. Yeah. Look at that. Just a little off the liner. Oh,
Haynes.
how good. That's the perfect spoil. I got a story about Chris Yarran when we played him. 2011, I reckon it was, Freo. And the behind the goals vision, that was always your nemesis in the club review on the Monday.
Mm.
And we were getting pumped. And I think it was later end of the season. And my leg was cooked. I could hardly walk. But I'm out there playing. I think it was match payments at the time, so I had to chalk them up. But half forward, Yarran picks the ball up and he ran off. And I knew he was just had me cooked because I couldn't run. But on the clip came up, we got through this hour and a half meeting on the Monday and nothing really come out badly about me. And then they go to the behind the goal vision and put the big drone down on me Yarran. And it literally was just kept going further and further away. I reckon he put 50 meters on me and it was embarrassing. He would have put 50 meters on me in 70 meters.
Shit, mate, he was so quick.
And then lay someone out in the forward 50. But what about the anxiety in those meetings when the behind the goals vision and then the big torch drops down on your little icon on the big screen?
Yeah, mate, it's heartfelt. That's anxiety to the full. Sorry, I've just got to answer a question. It was from Joel Mont. He said, Dill, who would you be rooting for in a Carlton versus GWS grand final?
Can you just go back? I'm glad you continued with that question after the first little bit. Who would you be?
Was that the question we started on?
No. But the first part of that question, I didn't know where you were really going with it. But
yeah, he said, who would you be rooting for in a Carlton GWS grand final?
Great question, Dill. I'm looking forward to this. Can I guess?
Go guess.
I reckon you'd be Giants because you're closer with all them at the moment.
Look, it's hard. It's a tough question, but I bleed orange. I really do. I love the Blues. I'm 49% Carlton, 51% the Giants. I don't know. I think they just picked me up when I was down and they gave me a good time. Carlton, I had an incredible time there as well. But I think, like you said, a lot of my mates at Carlton now, they've all been delisted. They're not even really there anymore. The only few guys that I'm really close with there is Simo, Murph, Doc, Cripper, and Zach, Fisher, Jack Nunes.
I'll keep going through them.
That's about it.
What about Giants are making some real bad Blues here. So you go to the Giants. See, I thought the same had happened when I went Freo. If I was to answer that question, I'd be a Freo supporter now. But you're right. The different playing in a footy town compared to a non-footy town, the players are different, aren't they? The players and the way you kind of act in that club, you're a different person because on the Gold Coast, there's not that external pressure. So it feels just so much more chilled out. And you can tell that players that have been up there for a long time, like Dave Swallow, who else has been up there forever? Alex Sexton. There's just not that level of, don't want to call it ego, but there's not that level of even there's anxiety, I reckon, when you're playing a footy town. And that's not the case with the blokes that
playing in Sydney and Gold Coast was unbelievable for both of us. Funny question as well from Joel Mon again. He said, I can't understand why it's so hard to find the footage of my point. You know that point? Did you ever see that footage of that point I kicked against
Oh yeah, because you're doing this?
Mate.
Is that when you celebrate?
No. I celebrate. I genuinely thought that went straight through the middle. To this day, I still feel like it did, but obviously didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know, Joel. I don't think it's actually bullshit. It should be on YouTube, because that would be making some serious money. That could be one of the biggest fails of all time. And at the time, I remember after that game thinking, "Oh, that'll blow over," and here we are, 6 years later, still talking about it. So,
as of about when was it? 20.
I think there's a GIF. There's a GIF online, Josh. So just check, Joel. So just check that out. There's a GIF somewhere.
I promised a good mate of mine today, Clayton Hinkley. I do weights with him a few mornings a week, and his biggest claim to fame is that he got one Brownlow vote, 22 games for Freo.
That's good.
Around
One vote's good.
One vote. And I told him today, I will find vision of you getting that vote. I thought it'd be that easy nowadays. Like you. So if anyone's got that vision of the 2008 Brownlow medal, whole count, well, all I need is round 22 when Clayton gets his Brownlow vote. But that's his claim to fame. But then
what about Jack Powell? He says Mick Barlow robbed of a Norm Smith.
Oh, gee whiz, if I could have that day back over.
What else were you robbed of? 2 Brownlows and a Norm Smith?
No, Norm Smith. But I used to get up and about off the back. I started on the bench in the grand final.
Why?
That was the hardest. I started probably 9% of my games at Freo on the bench. But
really?
And I always it never really fazed me, but the grand final, that actually gave me a chance to get nervous and a bit anxious. But no, I was far from. I got reminded. I kicked seven turnovers or something that game. First meeting back.
Well, good on you. So Jack Powell's been a bit of a smarty pants, is he?
Smarter.
Okay, sorry.
Hey, I got a bit of it. But Ross Lyon, I'm interested to know, did the Giants review that grand final loss? Because Freo...
I think they did. Apparently, I wasn't in it, unfortunately, but yeah, I think they did. I think they caught up in the off season and went through it and said look, let's just go through this together and then move on.
Well, we did the same, and I was like, this is the one game you shouldn't nearly review. But the first thing Ross put up the Monday after the game was your name and a number next to it, and you've been in enough meetings to know you don't know what the number is, but you either want it to be high or you want it to be low.
Yeah.
And I was the highest.
Gauge it.
Yeah, I was 7. And I was like, this could be one of... At the end of the day, it didn't really matter because we'd lost the grand final.
Yeah.
But it was like clanger kicks or turnovers by foot. And I was like, oh, mate, I already feel like garbage.
Oh, mate. I know exactly how you... I know exactly how you feel, to be honest. I know when you say, how will you know that? But I'll tell you how, because... My last game I played for Carlton, I got picked and Bolts pretty much said to me, he's like, oh, look, mate, you haven't really, you don't really, he sort of said you don't really deserve to be playing, but sometimes opportunities come in weird ways. And I was like, okay, that was interesting. That was a good way to sort of make me feel good about playing. Anyway, so we're playing the Bulldogs at the MCG and I actually started pretty well, started really well. And then, I don't know, we end up getting, they end up smashing us on the MCG, playing pretty well. And I did my hammy at, 5 minutes to go before half time, right? Mm-hmm. So I've done my hammy, and I never, ever did, soft tissue injuries at that stage. And I did my hammy, and I was like, all right, well, I just knew straight away. I was like, that's done. Because there was 4 games left. I just got back in the team. That was my chance to sort of get a new deal. And I'm coming off the ground. I go, shit, I've just done my hammy. I'm done. I was to the doctor, just let me go out again, mate. I don't care if I tear it off the bone. I've just got to try and do it. He goes, no, you're done. You're done. I was like, sweet. Okay. So he goes, I'm on the bench and I'm sitting there going take it in, son. This is the last time you're ever going to see it.
Subbed.
No, there was no sub now. This was when there was no sub. So I'm just sitting on the bench, just done. Anyway, we end up getting smashed. And like you said, how you walk into the games, into the rooms the next day and there was a chart. And there used to be this chart called the DI chart and it was called the desire indicators.
Yeah.
So it was tackles, spoils, all these things, right?
A sexy name for, getting your fingernails dirty.
Yeah, for one percenters. And basically, with these 1%ers, though, you could get 1%ers, but you could also lose 1%ers.
Mm.
So you could be get 10, but then you stuffed up 3, so you're at 7.
Yeah, plus minus system.
Yes. So basically, to be able to get a game, you want to be at around 12 to 15 minimum.
Yeah.
Including
you might have been in the negatives.
So I've rocked up, right, mate? This is the kick in the teeth that I got from Neil Craig, right? Because he did the charts. So, you know, you didn't have to be silly to know that was like the last game I'd ever play at the club because I was out for the rest of the year. It was done. Like, I was like, you know, you're not stupid. I'd rocked up, looked at the Desires indicated chart, looked at my name. I saw 14 and I was like, geez, that's not bad. Like, that's actually pretty good for a half of, like, you know, for a half. Mate, I was minus 14. It was it was probably the lowest you could ever get, like,
So
on the chart. And I got it in a half. Mate, I still to this day think that was made up. Like, you can't get minus 14 in a half of footy.
Was
and
the
they
14
put that,
at least, was it in red or was there a little minus sign?
it was red, but I think my heart wanted to see the positive in it.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just like mixed up. But
Yeah.
I was minus 14 on my last game I ever played for Carlton in under a half of footy. And that's hard to do in a full game.
Well, hey, it's probably a record you can take with you when you walked out of the doors from the Navy Blues.
Yeah, it's not the best one, but at least I've got a record.
So what are we seeing here, mate? Doggies, this will take me to 0-2 for the week in tipping, 30-10.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stats at the moment because it was something that, you know, like halftime. You were a big stats man, but I've never been a big stats man. So it always played on me a bit. If I'd had one touch at halftime, I was always a bit scared.
So talk me through what you're seeing, Dylan, with the numbers.
So straight away, I always go to like the top. So you've got McRae's had 16, which is fantastic. Caniglio's 14 is a magnet. Okay, so I normally look at the top 3 and then I go straight to the bottom.
Yeah, exactly the same.
What stresses me out and like seriously stresses me out is Zach Langdon hasn't had a touch yet, and that would really hurt me.
Yellow boots Langdon. Have you ever?
No, he's an absolute ripper player, and he's a ripper bloke. But is he injured or not?
No, he's still out there.
Shivers.
So
Josh Bruce has only had the one. So Phil might be doing a good job. But if you haven't, the worst part was coming in at halftime and having low stats.
Yeah. We never could check him. You couldn't check like how you were faring. So Toby McLean's had 13. Hasn't got a game for the first 2 weeks.
Was that right? There you go.
All right. I'll be back in 2 to 3 minutes, Dylan. A bit of an intermission.
Yeah, me too. I need to go to the bathroom.
How you doing?
I'll just answer some questions. Joel, who's your favourite South Australian that you've played with? I don't know if you've heard me talk about South Australians before. Very, very funny people, South Australians in footy clubs. Favourite South Australian? These are funny questions. Oh, favourite South Australian. Who'd be my favourite South Australian? Jeez. Don't know if I have one, to be honest. Yeah, I can't think. I'll ever think of that. I don't know anyone from South Australia. Who are you playing? Am I playing tomorrow night against Geelong? No, I'm not playing, unfortunately. Bozed. I got delisted probably about 4 years ago now. So yeah, unfortunately not. Fortunately for Carlton, I'm not playing. That's going to be a big test down at GMHBA Stadium. But I'm not even saying this, boys. I genuinely think that Geelong, Carlton could beat Geelong. I know I sound crazy, but I think they could win. I think Carlton can win tomorrow night. Actually, you know what? Carlton will win. They will win. Carlton will beat Geelong. If they don't, I don't know. Thoughts on when Toby Green whacked Caleb Daniel? Toby Green, man, Toby Green's one of my favourite players, one of my favourite people. He can do whatever he wants. But I do love Caleb Daniel as well, but closer with Toby, so stick with him. Thought it was better when he kicked the other guy in the face. That was better. Flash New. Am I going to kiss my dad? Probably not. Probably not. we try not to overdo it. Like with the COVID thing, I don't want to kiss him too much, unfortunately. Good question. So if it's schoolyard footy and I'm the captain, who am I picking first tonight? I'll pick one from each team. I'll be honest. At their best, just off the top of my head, I think the best player at the Giants is Lockie Whitfield. I think he's the most important. And I also think Toby Green and Lockie Whitfield are the two best players at the Giants. Toby's not playing tonight, so I'll pick Lockie Whitfield. And then from the Bulldogs, I love Caleb Daniel. I've got a bit of a crush on him.
What? Gee whiz. All right, Dylan, what have we missed?
Daniel and Whitfield, yeah. Oh, I'm just talking to the crowd. I'm just talking to the fans. I'm just telling them who I love, who I'd pick first. I said I'd pick Caleb Daniel and Lockie Whitfield. I just love the way they go about it.
Callum, you look good. So, my girlfriend just arrived home with a $360 blazer.
Hey, Riley, you can't be spending that money on a blazer.
Bloody lockdown league. It's a and Guzman Gomez.
Bond for the Destroyer. Yeah, it's a good call, Destroyer. I think Wardy's probably the toughest player I've ever seen, hands down.
So, player from each team, you reckon, Dylan?
Yeah. They want to know your picks, Mick. I'm just going to go to the toilet, but they want to know your players. You just take over for a bit.
I will, mate. Hey, thanks for joining me for a minute. Dylan, you
see you, mate.
Refresh yourself. Player from each side. If I was starting my Aaron Norton for the Dogs, good West Australian boy from Mandurah. 12-year, could be a generational forward. And the Giants, I will go with the Giants. Nick Haynes, very underrated. Nick Haynes. Wouldn't know him if he popped up in your Weet-Bix. Very unassuming character, but he would be the one from the Giants, a reliable defender. Midfielders are a dime a dozen nowadays in the AFL. So I've gone with a forward and a defender. Jeremy Cameron, he's on the screen at the moment. Probably a very, very close second to Haynes.
Mick, do you want to say something?
What questions did he field here?
Mick.
Yeah, mate.
You want to say something?
Yeah, I'm ready. What do you got for me? Oh, yeah. You're filling it out. Turn around. Show us number 43. Has it got number 43 on the back? There it is. Is that training gear, Guernsey? Or you never would have worn that in a match. Can't hear you, but it's
I used to love these ones.
So you right with your jumper. So that's your training jumper, or whatever. That's
training. This is my training jumper.
You're struggling. You're struggling to fill it out since you've retired. Whereas a lot of players have the other issue. They can't fit back into it. So
I've lost so much weight.
How much we talk? What numbers? Give me a number.
So I used to play at about 74. At my heaviest, I was playing about 76.
What do we got here?
Oh, nice. Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
Personalised.
Very nice. And then at the moment, I'm weighing about like 69 kilos.
69, 60. You've got a 6 in front of your weight. 6 in front of your weight. Now, I would try that jumper on, but I'm just going to have some Mexican. I don't think it's too flattering if I put it on. But what?
Mick, I just want to have a bit of a vote from the crowd as well. Which jumper do you guys like better? This one, this jumper, or
Here we are, the Navy Blues. Say, oh, Navy Blues. See, these used to stretch when I put them on. Oh, the old white.
The long sleeve white.
Oh, see, I'm different. Bend over because I might.
You got the Siggy butt tan on the arms. Yeah, good.
Oh my god.
Run around like this.
Oh my.
Hey. That is a shocking jumper. The long sleeve whitey.
This is a good jumper. Number 7.
Did you have to work hard for that single digit number, or is that just a walk in the door, what's available, I'll take 7 type thing?
It's probably the worst thing I ever did. Like, if I could go back, I would have loved to have started high, earn the respect, and then just get a lower, but I just got given it early.
Trivia question. Dustin Martin, what was his number before he went?
36. Mate.
Oh, well
don't
done.
start. So don't start me on this shit, man. I've got anything like of the last. So when I was at Carlton, I had a bit of like OCD of like I could tell you what boot players wear and what number they were.
Okay, I'll give you So
just quickly though, they can't have like this can't be recent because I don't really watch the footy anymore.
Yeah, gotcha. So let's go. Let's go with. He's still playing. We're going to go with some blokes who are retired now, okay? Retired.
Yeah, I'll see how we go. But I used to be good at this, but go.
All right. Well, I'll kick you off with probably an easy one. Jack Siebel.
7.
Yeah, but boots. Are you doing boots as well?
Oh, boots as well. He wears Puma.
Yeah, and I'll give you another easy one because I think this
Back
bloke
in the day he wore Puma. I don't know what he wears now. He did wear Puma.
This bloke does the same thing. And he knows numbers and boots. Steel side bottom.
Still side bottom. Still side bottom. See, I've nearly even forgotten this now. Still side bottom is number. I'm going to say, God. I want to say he's not. This is weird. I honestly used to know this. It's in the 20s. It could be 21. It could be 20. No, it's not 20. It's 20, isn't it?
For someone that said he's unbelievable at this, and I know Steele's still playing, but he's been the same ever since he started.
No, I've just wait.
That's all right. I'll give you a couple of lay down misères for you.
I've had about 4 beers, and that's normally does me. Just give me that because I do know that.
22.
That's 22.
And Adidas, I reckon. Adidas. But now I reckon he's Nike. I reckon he's changed.
Yeah.
All right. Carlton.
Yeah.
Matthew Lodge.
Matthew Lodge was number. I'm pretty sure he was number 46, but no, he might have even been. Oh, come on! They've got to have played a game. Boozman was number 21. Matthew Lodge was number 30.
They've got to have played a game. So he didn't play a game.
No, he didn't play a game.
All right. I'll let you off with Matthew Lodge, and we'll shuffle straight across to Joe Anderson, Carlton, now living in the Northern Territory.
27.
What boots?
He wore Nike.
I feel like you're just guessing. 27.
No, he wore 27. Yeah.
I reckon he was.
No, he didn't wear 27. He didn't wear 27 at all. He didn't. That's Dennis's number. It must have been 21.
21. Current Jack Martin. All
right, let's just go recent. Give me some recent players that are playing now.
So now you want me to change the whole dynamic of the game because you stuffed up the game you said you were going to be good at.
This is embarrassing.
All right, let's go with I'll go my old club, Fremantle. Let's go with. What did Matt DeBoer wear at Fremantle?
So he wore number 9. But prior to that, I think he wore. Did he always wear 9?
No, he was. which is all right. I'll give you that. He was 40 down to 9, and he used to wear. And let's talk about this before we get stuck into the second half.
Yeah.
He had bad shins, and actually a prerequisite when you rocked up to Fremantle pre-season day one in the summer because the grounds were hard. You had to get grass cats and big fat grass cats, Asics grass cats. And Matty de Boer was that committed to him in his career that he kept wearing them for about 3 or 4 years. And now he's finally come out of it. I've lost you. Just walked off me. He's brought out. I was hoping you were going to bring back a pair of Asics glass cats.
Nah, I didn't wear those. I tried them once. But yeah, I know where you're going with this.
But Bear, I'll just give me 2 secs talking about Matty de Boer and grass cats. He used to wear the grass cats, and as soon as he got the all clear after about 6 seasons to wear a normal pair of footy boots, he became like a 5-time better looking person and player. Because when he was wearing the grass cats, he just looked like a little stump.
Yeah, I know. No, 100%. The grass cats. So I have a bit of a good thing about the grass cats. You call them the career savers. Because the only time someone really wears those big Asics is when they're at the end of their career and they need to really, like, they've got bad injuries and stuff. So, like, they need them. Anyway, we'll move on.
They're a
big
dopey ruckman.
Yeah. The footy's on. What's going to happen in this second half, Mick?
Mate, I need the Giants to lift because tipping is going garbage. So big Sauce Jacobs. I think we need to bring back in Mummy.
He does have the Mummy is scary, man. Like, he's a scary guy to play against.
Do you reckon the Bulldogs would be carrying on as much as they are tonight fighting?
No.
If Mummy was out there?
No. No, I don't. All right, I'm going to put you on the spot here. You're at your prime, right? It's 2009.
So I'm playing for Werribee.
Okay, it's 2013.
Going to grand finals.
You're going to grand final. You're in your prime. You're playing against both teams. Okay?
Yep. Are you making this question up as you go?
No, I've got it, but I'm just working out how I'm going to word it. You're playing against both teams. You're playing them like in a 3-way sort of thing. And one bloke from each team's got to tag you. Who do you want to come to you? Like, who do you think you can beat?
Oh, no. Well, yeah. I never really got tagged, which was nice because probably wouldn't have been a forte of mine. Who do I think I could beat? Oh, like probably Leif Vandermeer playing his second game. I'd be relatively confident against. And then the Giants. Oh, Richards. This is a rout. What's going on?
Leon is not going to be happy with this, man. Like, Leon hates the Bulldogs.
I'll come back to you have you got a famous Leon quote about the Bulldogs? But I'll come back. I just want to give you my answer for the Giants. And I would like I'd like Matty de Boer to tag. Like, he'd get the job done, but it'd be good fun. Good mates.
Nah,
having a laugh.
Nothing about Matty de Boer tagging me is good fun. He's sick in the head, that bloke. He's actually, like, he's not well. Yeah. I don't think he's well. In terms of, like, if he was tagging you, it'd just be the worst day of your life.
Well, he's too driven. Anything he does, he's too bloody invested in, isn't he?
Mick, what do you do in this circuit? Like, to be honest, I've been in this scenario a lot. Like, 26 points down.
Down by 5.
How do you get out of this?
Well, I think the modern generation, what they do is they get encouraged to back their strengths in and keep taking all the bloody tough decisions. But you've got to simplify and just concentrate on winning and halving contests. The more you can do that, the longer you can sustain that. The slower you get into the game slowly. And Yeah.
Oh, Brent Daniels. I love Brent Daniels, man.
Just-
He's
he is
so clean. The
he is a
cleanest player
stump.
I've seen.
That's all.
He probably won't be able to make this distance, I don't think.
He's got these black boots type of operator, Brent
Oh,
Daniels.
yeah, he's career savers sort of guy. Wait, I'm going to just put my charger on.
Go for it, mate. I'll check if we've got any questions firing through as you're doing that. Where are we? What do you make of distance now? Gee whiz. Why wouldn't Zachy Williams or someone get around the back, just slot it post height? Who's your favourite ex-teammate, Mick, from Sam Triple B 777? Favourite ex-teammate? I don't like to. So, favourite ex-teammate, I've just been asked. Suckling. We didn't even mention Suckling as a good kick. He's just kicked it to GWS.
But Suckling's the sort of guy that we're talking about, weren't we, before? Like, he's got a good kick, but probably bites off a little bit too much.
Yeah, like he could have just hit the easy target there, but tried to livers down.
Uh-oh.
Nose, that's right. It's his face. It's all good. It's his face. Favorite ex-teammate of mine would be. There's a fair few. Aaron Sandilands, gee whiz, I love that man. He's just a legend, on and off. He used to have the Mad Mondays deal, and the Silly Sundays at his house, and he refused to let anyone pay for anything. So usually someone would be like, "Oh, you have it at my house, right? Everyone else put everything on." He's just like, "This is my one day of the year," because he's got 3 kids.
Yeah.
This is my day, so and no one is fucking messing with it. So,
jeez,
no one's pulling their money out.
So Tommy Sheridan never learned anything off him?
No. Tommy didn't.
Maybe
Not
that's
yet.
why he doesn't bring his wallet anywhere.
Well, Tommy used to utilise spine to an inch of his buddy.
I've heard a crazy story about Aaron Sandilands. It's not really that crazy, but it's just something that used to, like, apparently the boys used to do. Like, he used to do when he was drunk. But I don't even know if I can really say it. Yeah, I don't think I will. It's not bad. It's not bad.
It's like a dance.
Yeah, the dance, but it's just not probably like I just don't want to get on his bad side. It's it's honestly not bad, but I just don't
like he had a song and he just used to dance to it.
Yeah, it's a good song though.
And get into red speedos, so a big man in red speedos. So he's a legend. He's got like a little like waist for like it's hard to describe, but he's got a little. His speedo size would only be like a 34.
Cornelio. Oh, yeah.
Crozier touched on the line. Do you reckon if Cornelio kicks a goal tonight, he'd do that or not? No.
Yeah, he does it. He'll still do the celebration. Like, he does it every time. He's a very, like, I think he has, like, very superstitious guy. Like, he has to do, like, certain things a lot. Gee whiz, Phil Davis's boots are fluorescent, like fully fluorescent.
Got a few more questions floating through. Did Truck McGovern cost you a grand final? Nah, Truck McGovern played the grand final last year, Dill. North Warrnambool versus Koroit. Lost by 3 points. This guy, Truck McGovern. Great name. You like the name? Truck?
Great name. If your name's Truck, you're going well.
Wet, wintry day down in Warrnambool. Like 10 degrees, mud in the middle, full-blown country footy. And this big bloke, 6'6", slow as a wet week, I thought, gee whiz, they've got to drop him before he plays because he's just going to be a liability. Best on ground by the absolute, by miles. And then he had a mark.
Wow. Sorry, Mick, did you see that kick?
Yeah. Is that Suckling or Crozier?
No, that was what's his name? Bontempelli. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's a Vandermeer, one-on-one with Boots Langdon. He's going to get his first touch here, Langdon. Anyway, this bloke, Dill, 6'6", Truck McGovern, got the best on ground medal, kicked 3 goals. Then he missed one late, which would have given us the victory. But you don't cost someone a grand final if you get the best on ground medal because you've actually kept him in.
You've got him there. You've got him there.
It's a bit like you last year. You got him there.
Exactly right. So, Calla 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is tuned in, and he wants to know, Dill, are you keen on playing local footy?
Flying shot at goal. Sorry, mate.
No, Ling Jong. He takes precedence. I love
He
Ling.
does,
He's as
Lin
tough as
Jong.
nails. He's as
He's a
tough as
local
nails.
around here. More
Um,
western suburbs.
he's a good player. I rate him, mate. What about when he like was playing in 2016? I think when they won it,
Taped his shoulder.
killing it, broke his shoulder, and then came back, played in the VFL, got best on ground in the grand final, and then nearly got the call up the next week to play in the AFL grand final.
But he played with a pretty much like partially fractured collarbone.
Yeah, crazy.
And the next
That's
week, 'cause he knew-
respect. That's respect.
no, but he knew he'd get targeted, so he taped the other shoulder.
I know. How smart is that?
Get him on the podcast.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to text him.
I reckon you could get Lin Jong. Have you got Lin Jong's number? Or are you just going to the
Nah, I meant through Instagram. I get around him all the time.
Lin Jong? You could get Lin Jong on as a duet with you could get like a group of those Bulldogs boys. That'd be terrific.
Nah, Ling Jong. Nah, I really want Ling Jong after that because I remember I've always wanted him, but I really want him now.
You did I did a course with him last year, a player welfare course. So he wants he's real tall. Like
He's a big boy.
You forget that he's very, very, very tall. Anyway, the bloody Dogs are living in their front half here. Haynes, how good is he?
Good question from Mon
LP 23.
He says, "How's everyone watching the footy as well? Do you all have the sound on for both, or just watching Twitch?" It's a good question. If we're annoying, I'm sorry. I have the footy on like just really softly. I can sort of hear it. Talking to you guys. I'm really enjoying it.
It's been fun, you know. I forgot. You know how he said Leon hates the Dogs. He used to play for the Dogs, man. He's a son.
I think that's why.
He's a son of the West.
Do you remember that vision of that did the leak of Rodney Eade going nuts at Will Minson and Leon in the background, like trying to like settle him down? Sorry, allegedly. It's like Leon in the background trying to calm him down.
We need, I just was gravitating towards Rockets at words.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Kala has said, Dill, you cannot play in local footy. Kala, at the moment, I'm not. I'm really enjoying just chilling out. Yeah, sorry. That's a short answer to that question.
Mate, I might coach a team next year, and I might be looking for a morale booster. You know, fringe senior player.
Yeah, that's what we'll wait. Look no further.
Yeah.
To be honest, like the way I want to, like the only way that I would play footy is if I was playing with just like 10 of my mates. I don't want to get paid because I don't want to have to like try too hard. Yeah. I just want to just have fun. I don't want to get like, I don't want to play local. I'd rather just play like, at a team. I don't want to play for money, just play for fun and just chill out. But in saying that, Mick, if you are coaching, I'll take $2,000 again.
Yeah, I'll be keeping you in mind. Bailey Smith, he's taking his game to a new level early in this season. Pops it in board.
What a kick.
Doggies last week couldn't hit the side of a barn, and then this week they're just bloody lasering everything.
Mick, is it too early to say that, like, I know that we've had a couple beers, but is it too early to say that the loss of Dill Buckley at the Giants has flattened them a little bit?
It must have, especially probably through the isolation period when I think you probably would have kept them. Norton from 35, should make no mistake, starts at left, can't work it back. Sorry, Dill, I just had to jump in and call that.
No, I love it when you do that, Mick. It really gets me going.
Yeah, but it seems they're just a little bit flat and just a bit, just can't get out of first gear without the knowledge that Dill Buckley will be at the club on Monday. So sweeping handball from Davis combines with Shaw, a couple of the old stages. Now to Haynes. Here's Hately.
Take grass, Hately. He probably could have ran a bit further.
Long and strong. Here's Yellow Boots Langdon. Gets a hand to it. Johannesson. McLean. Crozier with the landing strip on the top of the scone. Oh, see that? Suckling. He tried to do a little dinky one. See, that would, if he played for Ross Lyon, he would like
Oh no, and that's what happens,
Mate,
Mick.
I will
That's
say
what
exactly.
happens.
Ross Lyon would be like, here you are, mate. Little dinky one round the corner. Looks good, doesn't it? How do you feel now?
Hey Mick, we've got a
Feel
great
shit
question.
out, Ross.
Oh, I think we're breaking up a bit, but we've got a
Oh,
great
yeah.
question from Sammy B. He says, Mick, if Nat Fife was a Melbourne suburb, what would he be?
Oh, Nat
That's
Five, Melbourne suburb.
That's a great question.
That is. I've got the perfect one. Okay. Deal. And
Go for it.
a couple, because Melbourne's so spread out. So in the West, I would say he would be somewhere like
Mate, he wouldn't be living in the West.
no, but I'll try and cater to all people around the fringes of Melbourne.
Yep.
Yarraville. So it's kind of upmarket now and a bit hip, but it's exclusive, but in its own trendy little way. So probably Yarraville in the West. To the north, now the Toyota, the fan zone.
I feel like can I jump in? There's one place he'd be living in, it's Port Melbourne. I feel like he just want to be in the main thing.
Nah, I
Paparazzi.
disagree.
Well,
So
you know him.
So now you're jumping in saying you know Nat Fife better than me.
I don't know him at all.
That's right. That's the vibe I was picking up. No, he would. So in Perth, he lives like in a little nook, kind of in where no one else really lives. Kind of won't give away the suburb because you'll probably get hunted down. But
what's his address?
You know, I'll let you take this one. You know the northern suburbs better than me in Melbourne.
Yeah,
he'd be somewhere that's
Eaglemont,
happening enough.
Eaglemont.
It's a bit hip,
like a very very like fancy sort of suburb.
And pretty exclusive. Like, is it exclusive?
Yeah, it's very expensive.
So Eaglemont, never heard of it, but there you go. The Doggies have kicked another one. Bailey Dale. Now, he's one. I think he's going a bit thin, like myself. He just lives around the corner, actually. Yeah,
So Bowes just sent me this thing saying Dill. I don't know what that means. Like he sent like this emoji. Well, can you just?
Yeah, I see that one.
Is
TC
that like saying?
Destroyer.
What does that mean? Can you just send me what that means?
Greatest Mad Monday, Silly Sunday performance you have seen at any level of footy. It's a bit of a misperception that they don't really happen, and they never really have Mad Mondays. And probably by the time I got in, your club ruined it when bloody Juddy handcuffed someone handcuffed each other. They handcuffed each other on a Mad Monday, and Mad Mondays were called off.
That didn't stop Carlton. I think, unfortunately, like we had a lot of Mad Mondays, and they're normally pretty early on too.
But it's hardly even August.
Yeah, you normally have them about round, at the bye normally.
The way Carlton played last week, then they're probably nearly ready for it. But
no, that'd be right. Sorry. Okay. Thank you, Bow. Sorry, I just wanted some clarification. I wasn't sure what that meant.
What does it mean?
It means that he said he just laughed, but I just thought it
means
might have been
funny.
I thought it might have been like, shut up.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you can't be setting fire to people. That's probably a thing that Destroyer said that, you're right there, Destroyer.
Yeah.
It's not on.
That can't be deliberate. Oh, my God. McRae from the junction, top of the square. Phil Davis needs to do something courageous. Goes back. Ball on the ground. Picked up by Lloyd. Giants are no chance here, Dill. And
I wouldn't say that, Mick.
I've said it. I'm going to say it. I think it's over.
Nah.
Oh.
Harry, no, that's no, don't ever. Sorry, Mick. Don't you ever just say that when Harry Perryman has the ball. He is the best kick. And I'm sorry, I take back everything I said earlier about best kicks. Harry Perryman is the best kick. Then there's Daylight. Then there's the next three that I said.
Would he be a bloke that was just a naturally brilliant kick? Because he doesn't strike me as someone that would have been carrying around a footy his whole upbringing.
Like, he probably had one with him his whole upbringing, but like left and right, like he's probably the best kick I've ever like. without a doubt, like the cleanest player I've seen. And also, Mick, he's one of those blokes that like he's so humble, but you get a cricket bat and a cricket ball in his hand as well, and he'll just apparently he was just a gun at everything. You know, like what they like those guys.
Oh,
Matt De Boer, he loves that. He absolutely loves that. And I have a feeling he really doesn't like Bontempelli.
I reckon Matt De Boer is the. I know he's got Dutch heritage and whatnot, but he's got a. I reckon he carries his bloody solarium from wherever he lives to wherever he lives. I reckon he took it across the Nullarbor.
Oh, mate, when you're in Sydney and Perth, you're in the sun. It's just there's nothing better.
Oh, I've got to tackle Finlayson. So, who's going to be the player to drag the Giants back into this, Dylan?
Cal Ward. Harry.
Oh, mate, 3 of them could have raffled that.
That's holding the ball. That's holding the ball, Mick. If you're serious about your footy and your umpiring, that is holding the ball.
Are you saying they're not serious about their umpiring?
They mustn't be if with this performance. Oh, shivers. Yellow boots.
Oh, H.E. Crozier has just laid his first tackle in 5 years. And Hayden Crozier, so he just laid that tackle deal.
Yeah.
And whenever he does something tough, which is very rare, but then he intercept Harry Perriman, is it? Yes.
Yeah, he's the best, mate. He's the best. Hey, Mick, sorry, keep going with
H.E. So watch him lay this tackle. But then he gets up and does another pile driver, thinks he's the biggest mad dog in the world.
Yeah. Mick, what about him winning like the most courageous, like 4 years in a row for Western Bulldogs? What's that?
H.E.
Like, yeah.
I would have to bloody see that in ink to believe it.
Because he kept coming up. He kept coming up on those like AFLPA votes, like, you know, most courageous. And like it said Western Bulldogs, I hate it. And I was like, what's going on here? Mate, I told you, Harry Perryman, he is.
Do you know what?
Clean. He's Harry clean, Perriman, and he's one of my favourite player.
Harry Perriman's just earned himself a follow on Instagram.
Oh, he wouldn't even know. He doesn't even go on it. That's how country he is.
Harry Perriman. How do you spell Perriman?
So apparently, Mick, we've just had Tommy Sheridan, the bear. Apparently, he's not in bed. He should be sleeping.
No, he stays up late. He'll be working.
That's it, true. He stays up late. He's working. Just ask him. He has just said in that Harry Perriman is actually leading the Coleman medal.
Mate, have a look at Harry Perriman's Instagram.
He doesn't put anything up.
He's got fishing. He goes fishing a lot. And he's got what's his name? Lloyd Christmas is his bloody.
I'm putting up a photo of Harry Perriman right now on my Instagram. I'm just going to see if anyone can follow him.
I'm a big fan. I'm all about Harry Perriman. He's got a Lloyd Christmas photo as his profile. He went to Mad Monday 1 year as Dane Swan.
He's the funniest guy ever.
He goes fishing a lot. He played for the New South Wales ACT Rams. He took a premiership photo in front of scaffolding. And then he went fishing again.
That's all he does. He loves it.
Oh, here's Leif Vandermeer, the boy from Marupna. Comes into his lake. Son of Jeffrey. Starts at left. Through the hands of Norton. Over and out. He's got to go sort out the Netflix for Riley. I don't know what's going on.
Go for it, mate. I'll just hang tight.
What's wrong? So press A. Go HDMI. Press top left button. There you go. Go to apps. Gee whiz. What do I have to deal with around here?
Yeah. It's not good enough sometimes, is it?
Just going to get stuck into my burrito there, Dill. So Leon's making his way down to the huddle. Oh, there's another fracker. Perryman on Bontempelli.
I love him. I absolutely love him.
Mate, this is a full-blown fracker. Lloyd's come in and just whacked Bailey Smith. Hayden Crosby has done a little pile driver.
Mate, I'm telling you now, they genuinely hate each other, these blokes.
There's a few. There's a big one there. That's Williams and Sam Lloyd's got a bit of claret on his eye. Jeremy Cameron, he wouldn't be scared of a scrap.
He's so tough.
Jeremy Cameron, there's a free kick to the Dogs. Oh no, after the siren. After
the
all that.
siren?
So there was a free kick to Tom Liberatore as a result of that scrap. Whoever was forward 50, they were just going to give it a free kick to. And he slotted it. There's going to be another fight.
Who gave it away, Mick?
Oh, mate. Shaw's going to give away another one. This is bloody popcorn type stuff.
Oh,
No
not
words.
Finn.
That was huge.
Oi, mate, I'm telling you now that they'll come out and win.
Told her to
Mark
get
my
no
words.
Dill. I told her to get no rice in the burrito. What's the first thing I taste in the burrito?
Not some rice.
Oh, fuck.
Riley, do you listen to instructions?
This could be the end. What about Jeremy Finlayson's pretty happy with the torn jumper. That's a little perk of getting in a bit of a fracas, a little bit of a rip jumper. Just show off the pet cut. Oh, all that is in this thing is rice. I'm gonna have to go ask the question. How much rice is in this? Is that no rice?
Gee whiz, do not put rice in mix burritos, everyone. Far out.
Mate, it's pretty much
Just a rice burrito, is it?
Bloody burrito type stuff. Thank you, Riley. Always got to say thank you, though, don't you, Dill?
Yeah, thanks for the rice, Riley.
If I wanted a rice bowl, I just would have asked for a rice bowl.
What'd you ask for there, mate? A rice burrito. Is it a rice burrito or is it a nice burrito?
You've been getting into the Big Brother stuff?
Oh, Big Brother, it's fantastic, isn't it?
I think our contestants might think they're a bit more famous than they are. It's just what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, they're good. They're very good. Here we go. I'm getting a lot of messages. I'm getting a lot of messages from like people saying that they just hate the Bulldogs, and I'm with them at the moment. I'm off them.
I just got one off a mate saying, love the Dogs giving it to GWS.
Sorry?
I just got one off a mate saying, I love that the Dogs are giving it to the GWS.
We'll tell that bloke to shove it up his clacker.
Because you bleed orange, yeah?
Yeah. But Mick, I have a feeling the boys will get fired up and come back and win this, to be honest. Leon's going to absolutely hand it to him.
So in one of my group messages, Dill, with the old Freo teammates, they've just said that H.E. Crozier, and this is where you learn about your former teammates. Someone's just said, I won't name him, just said H.E. Crozier is going to have to go the Cam Sutcliffe haircut soon, which is the full everything off.
Yeah. And the thing about the Cros at the moment is he loves going to the barber. You can tell that by the fade and whatnot, but you can't be fading when you're already fading. You know what I mean?
I actually ran into him in the barber in Port Melbourne, like about 3 months ago.
Yeah, right.
It was the best day of my life because he's one of those blokes that goes to the barber and gets like pegs put in his hair and all that.
Oh no.
So I got the photo. And I'm someone like, he knows not to do that shit in front of me because I will exploit it and send
You've
it
got
to
it for
everyone.
life. Few questions here. 4 goals for the win. Who's kicking them? I reckon Jezza Cameron will kick 2. I reckon Zach Langdon will fire up and kick 1. And I reckon someone else will kick like 2. I reckon the Giants will win. I actually do. I think they'll come back and win.
Your belief is unwavering.
Yeah, I just believe in them.
What do we got stats-wise?
Did Jordan Patton like the boys at GWS? He loved the boys. John Patton is best mates. Johnny Patton's 2 best mates is Stevie Canelio and Heath Shaw. He loved the boys.
Let's
Now
have a
a
look
fresh
at
start.
the stats. Inside 50s, Giants just can't get it in there. 22 to 34.
Hey, Mick,
yeah, mate.
someone wants to know what colour you bleed, purple or sand?
Sand. No, I'm a purple. I do. I really hope, and this is genuine. I hope the Suns improve quickly. There's too many good people there that have been there a long time that have had a real rough run of it. But I'm a purple man. I'm a Docker.
Yeah, right.
Go right out for a kick.
How could you, Mick? Talk to me through this. How can you pick a free kick out of that?
No, that's cheating. Oh no, I shouldn't say that. That's
I
not cheating.
I want to say something. It might be a little bit explicit. It might be too far. Let me know in the comments. But I'm going to say this. Horse shit. That's horse shit. You can't pick out a free kick in that.
No. Yeah, I'd agree. And now Aaron Norton's walking out with number 40 on. Dill. So he's actually not number 40, but he's lost his jumper. So
Nah, can't be doing that.
That was always my biggest worry. If I had to change jumpers, the umpires would not remember that, I was on track for 3 votes.
That might have cost you a Brownlow.
2.
Lockie Ash on well, here we go. Leon's giving it out. Oh, okay, here we go. I've had that look before.
I just spilled a little bit of soy sauce on the white t-shirt.
That's not good. Mick, to be honest, I've had about 4 beers and I'm halfway there.
It's one of those ones, isn't it, mate? When back in the prime, look, quite a long time ago for me. Had enough beers now to be like, where are we going? What pub? Where are we going out?
Yeah. Oh, Harry Perryman, here he is again. Does this bloke?
Perryman.
Honestly, watch this. No, not his fault.
That's ball.
I reckon if we kick a goal here, we'll win. Honest.
I'm going to have to equalise the barracking here. Are we a neutral program or are we all about the Giants?
Go Giants. Why would I go for the Bulldogs? I did my hammy against them and it ended my career at Carlton.
HE.
Oh, come on, boys. Bang. Sam Taylor is playing at full. What? I think Leon's flipped the script, man.
Nah. Do you know?
He has, bro. Because Sam Taylor's playing at full forward.
But that's when you know you're having an absolute stinker.
Yeah, right. But maybe he's put someone. I want to see who he's put back.
Jeremy? No.
No way. Mate, he's put Sam Taylor, who is dead set one of the best shutdown. He's like the Alex Rance of this generation. I'm telling you now. Look at that for a kick. He's putting him at full forward. Hey, sorry, guys, in the comments as well, is this full laggy? We're actually on a 5-second delay.
Cameron.
Frosty Ose, if that makes sense. We're on a 5-second delay. I don't know.
If Taylor gets the ball in this circumstance, is he a chance of kicking it the wrong way? Oh, that's a free kick, surely. Never took control of the ball.
They don't give free kicks to Carlton. To Giants.
The umpire's half writing the script here, you reckon, Dill?
Oh, Frosty Ose. He means the cameras are laggy. Yeah, that's probably our fault, mate. I'm probably on dial-up internet, to be honest. Ling Jong, good player.
Oh, how has this bloke not been getting the
He's
game?
a good player, man.
McLean,
Yeah, good player.
Johannesson, Bailey
Yeah,
Smith,
shit.
crosses 50, goes toward goal, touch it through, over the shoulder, game over.
Oh my God. You are kidding me, sir. Kind sir, explain that one. Even though you
I'll
know
try and
you're not
explain
gonna
this
revert,
burrito to
even though
you.
you're not, even though you're not gonna, you know the umpire's not gonna change, you still ask the question. What were you thinking, son? Oh, well done. What happened there, Mick?
Mate, I missed everything. But
No, I
Vandermeer
think
gives it to
the
Bruce.
camera missed it, man. I think he kicked it. I think he kicked into the man on the mark.
Whose free kick was it?
No,
What
it
did
was
he play
their
on?
No, no, no.
Have
It
you
was
got-
their free. Mate, they'll replay it soon. It was their free kick. I think he kicked it into Wardy and Wardy marked it. I think. Oh, here we go. Come on. Come on. Jezza, kick the goal, man. Oh, come on, baby.
I want you to get really
Oh, come
invested
on.
here.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, you fucking. Come on, you fucking. Come on. Get in there, son.
Oh, that was that's a big play. That deal. That's the old 12-point play.
That's what you call a Dill
Six-
Buckley play.
six
That's a
saved up
big
one end.
play. That's what you call Dill Buckley.
Is that the Dill Buckley play, you reckon? Mate,
Um,
I've never been as full as I am after eating this 1 kilogram of rice.
You're right, Cliffy boys, Cliffy Hill boys. There is a pulse there, and it's going like this. Oh, mate, look at that. He's kicked it straight into
Right.
Wardy. He kicked it straight into Wardy, and then he goes, bang. He goes, get out of here. He goes, put that one through. It's 30 to 50. They're 20 points down. It's 12 minutes and 58 seconds to go. I've
The
kicked
fan
3 and a
zone just
quarter
had Dill
before.
Buckley on.
I've kicked 3 and a quarter before. So if I've done it, hey, bro, Wardy just kicked that. Wardy just kicked that. Wardy kicked that. I'm sorry, Wardy marked that with his mouth guard in his hand.
That's my favourite thing I've seen all day. The Harry Perriman photo, Dill Buckley,
Oh, he's the best. I love him.
fave player. Oh my god, that is good stuff. Mate, that Harry Perriman photo. I might put one up myself.
Put one up
If
of
he-
Harry
if-
Perryman.
if he-
Can we just get it? Can we just get around Harry Perryman tonight?
I'll wake up tomorrow and be like, what have I done?
Yeah, that's most nights. Man.
I bet you. Harry Perriman's the kind of guy, though, Dill.
Oh, bro, Jai Caldwell's got the ball, man. Come on, Jai Caldwell, kick this goal, and I'll give you a kiss. If he kicks this,
He's
dead
got a
set,
nice, he's got a
he
nice
got a
full
nice
body,
kick. Come on, Jai.
full
Come on,
body
Jai.
tan
Come
on
on,
him. Jai,
Jai.
cool.
Come on, Jai.
I want you to get invested here. Nah, left. Mark, second grab.
Come on,
Ball.
Jeremy.
Oh,
Oh, don't you call that, you weak.
that is a shocking call. Hey, is Harry Perriman the kind of guy that you'd ask to get a burrito off and not to put rice in it, and he wouldn't put rice in it?
Harry Perriman's the sort of bloke that goes out and like catches his food. Like that's the sort of
How's
bloke
that a
he-
free kick? This is garbage.
Is this no, honestly, what's going on?
Oh, Lockie Ash.
Go,
Beautiful.
good boy, head over it. Yeah, that's what we like.
So now we'll start to comment more on the footy because now
Yeah.
the investment's coming.
Come on, you good thing. Oh my Mick.
Oh, no. Holy smokes.
Is this
This is a fix. I think this is a fix.
what's
No.
going on?
Harry Perryman. Oh, he gets me every time.
Far out. You won't kick this. I don't think.
Oh, that's the team thing.
Oh,
What have you
team
gone?
thing.
Just
would've
pluck
gone
another free kick for the dog.
Ah, shivers me ass. Shivers me ass. You can't kick it there. You just can't. I don't think WV Bulldog. Yo, would you two love to be coached by Bevo? I don't know if he coached a NEFL, so probably not. But I'm not sure. It's a good question.
Everyone's all over
Yeah,
Harry
nice.
Perryman here. Sam
Wait,
Bib,
Mick,
Tommy
do you know that
Sheridan.
I used to wear the Caleb Daniel helmet in like a
I've seen Vision. Oh,
fuck.
mate, the dogs aren't losing tonight. They can't lose this. If all this stuff's happening for them, or did it touch?
Far out.
Did it touch Wallace?
Nice.
Did it touch Wallace? Hey, remember, Dill, it has to be conclusive.
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on here.
I'm gonna have to
going
go.
on here?
I'm gonna have to go for a run after this burrito, mate. It's bloody. Whew.
Bit of right. Yeah, that's hit his leg, man. I reckon. Do you reckon? Yeah, I reckon. Call it.
Oh, hey, hotspot, please.
That's hit his leg. That's hit his leg, I reckon.
Rock and roll
I
hotspot,
don't know.
please.
Maybe it hasn't. Maybe it hasn't.
No, because he
He
would
didn't. He didn't go up.
too honest. Is he an honest guy, Nick
Yeah,
Haynes?
he's too honest, mate. I'd swear on my life that touched me. If that was me, I'd be like, mate, I swear to.
Go down like a soccer player.
I was like, oh my god.
Goal, game over.
Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn this shit off.
I've got a question for you. Around.
I don't want to hear it.
Have you watched any rugby league at all in the last 3 or 4 weeks?
I not only have not watched rugby league in the last 3 or 4 weeks, let alone the last 27 years of my life.
Mate, you lived in Sydney for 2 years. You have to.
Mate, one night I remember went down to the pub and tried to watch it, and it was the worst. Like, I just have no interest in it at all. I don't get it.
He you know how clearly it's contradictory when they're social distancing. Well, they're not allowed to celebrate by high fiving, but they can tackle. But rugby league's full blown like slapping up and hugging and
yeah,
rubbing each other's backs.
I love a back rub.
If you have a look at Marcus
Mitch Robinson's in here.
Give him a
Hey, Robbo.
Who the Lions got this week?
Robbo, who the Lions got this week?
West Coast, I reckon. Might be wrong.
Mate, I reckon West Coast are going to be pretty upset about last week. That's going to be a good game, Brisbane West Coast.
I watched, as I said, I'm doing some practice commentary. And Brisbane's game last week, Mitch Robinson was going absolutely bananas. I think he spends more effort and energy arguing with umpires and screaming at teammates than actually running. I don't know where he finds the energy from.
Mate,
hats off to him.
He runs a lot because he's playing on the wing these days. He's a very good runner.
Career savers are the Asics boots, but also the
Is he wearing the career savers?
No. But the move to the wing, that's a career saver.
Oh yeah.
Your body
but mate, you got to give him credit. He left Carlton and then he tied in the BNF at Brisbane.
I'd like to ask him the question. There was about 6 blokes. 6 blokes that tied the BNF.
Sorry, can someone in the comments actually help us out? Because I'm just struggling to realise why is Sam Taylor playing full forward.
Haynes.
Something happened there?
Ball hits the deck. Bailey Dale. Mate, the Dogs are just irresistible tonight.
Aiden Cole. Harry Perriman. Can't do no wrong. Don't touch him. Don't touch him, Ed. Do not touch him.
Harry Perriman. What do you reckon Harry Perriman will have for dinner tonight? Post game.
Literally, he's the sort of guy that would go home and have like like cook up some pasta and he'd just put like some cream cheese with it.
One of my mates in uni days used to cook pasta, grill some sausages, chop sausages up to little bits, put the sausages in the pasta, and then just pour some like tomato sauce or pasta sauce and stir it through. That's a Harry
Yeah.
Perriman dish if ever I've
That's
heard.
yeah, for sure. That's what you'd love that. So, can anyone tell us why Sam Fisher? Can anyone tell us why?
No, you remember primary school when you were playing for the Fitzroy Reds, Dill, and you were going
Yeah.
shit house, and the coach
Never.
just said, "Right,
I
backs
don't
go,
remember that. No, that never happened.
backs go forwards, forwards go backs."
Yeah, I know, but I'm just trying to work out. Like, Sam Taylor doesn't play a bad game.
Oh, I think tonight's the night.
Yeah, okay. But who swapped? Okay, there we go. Harry Himmelberg's gone back.
So Himmelberg will be having a bit of a ponger as well.
No, Harry Himmelberg goes back when it's like he wants to play +1. So one of those two, maybe something's happened there.
Oh. All right, they're going to have to get their skates on here.
Mick, do you want to maybe just say thanks to everyone for watching tonight?
I'll give that wrap up. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the questions. We've probably got to give the 3-2 votes, 3-2-1 votes out to the question asking.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, hang on. Just before we do, Dill,
yep.
Cliffy Hill Boys has said Whitfield out could have opened up a spot for the train.
Well, let's get the train on. He'll be up working, as he always is. Train, what do you reckon, mate? I reckon Train thinks that he should have been playing ahead of Callum Ward tonight. So I think that he's pretty confident he'll be coming in.
If I could lip read Leon Cameron, who's being shown in the split screen right now, it says, expletive, we should have played the train.
Yep. 100%.
No, a couple of votes. Savvy Triple B 777 has been brilliant. He gets, we're going to work from 1 up to 3. So I've gone the other, he's going to get the 1 vote.
Yeah, been fantastic, Sammy. Thank you.
Calla, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 votes.
Yes. Yep.
And because Bowd's 39 was really pumping up Dill's work with the emojis and enlightened us as to what that emoji meant, Bowd's 39 gets the 3 votes. So thanks everyone for tuning in on Twitch tonight. It's been a hoot. Everything's gone tremendously apart from my burrito. Shocking.
Yeah.
I'm going to need one more stubby.
Go, Lockie Ash. Go, Lockie Ash. Nice kick.
One more stubby.
Go. Yes. Yellow boots, Mick. Yellow boots.
Tell you what, they haven't got a speck of dirt on them yet, the yellow boots.
You kick this. Oh, shivers.
Quiet night for Zachy, yellow boots, Langdon.
All right, you can kick this. It might not be a game, but it can be a moment. That's what I told myself every week.
Yellow boots. Yep. Oh, I
started it right. Oh shit.
That's the worst thing about the Marvel Stadium. There's just never any deviation left to right.
So, just on that as well, Mick, with Zach, like I know the possessions aren't high, but he's a very good pressure player. So he would often get picked ahead of me because he would put on like ridiculous amounts of pressure.
And
so even though I wasn't really much of a pressure player, I was more just give me the ball and I'll do the rest. But when you've got guys that are better with the ball, that doesn't really work out, does it?
Yeah. 4 goals in as many minutes nearly. Once.
Look at that kick from Caleb Daniel.
Yeah. The stump. No. Can't nearly double your score in the last 5 minutes.
What does 17 mean? Okay, 17 posts. So we've got 328 people. Does that mean 328 people are tuning in? Or does that mean, oh, wow, 364? Does that mean like the total numbers or is that? Oh man, just that pick up from Zach. Oh wow.
Williams.
Yeah,
In Mort,
that's,
Ash,
that's it. Look at that,
Caitlin.
man. Look at this. Look at this, man. Oh.
No. Unfortunately,
Sammy
it
B's
hasn't
chimed
been-
up again. Sammy B's chimed up again. It is 389 people alive watching us tonight, Mick. at the
Right now.
moment.
Wow.
So thank you so much. to
That's
everyone.
more than it's at the gap. There's not even 389 at Marvel Stadium. Gee whiz. Josh Bruce has been a little bit quiet. Got the ink on the legs.
How much do you reckon Tommy Sheridan's earning tonight off us?
No, probably anything he would earn, he'd get in vouchers, and he'd contribute towards the.
We might get a gift code of Rick's.
On that, 75% off Ricks. Make sure you get your Rixies.
Very true, very true. And also, guys, make sure you click the follow button here of the Lockdown League. Make sure you follow the Lockdown League so you get the updates.
And also follow Harry Perryman on Instagram.
Mate, everyone needs to follow Instagram. Head to my Instagram and you'll be able to see I've just put up a post about him.
So Cliffy Hill boys just wants to know what beers we're drinking. I'm just having a couple of Asahis tonight in my Brunswick Bowls Club stubby holder.
So, mate, I'm drinking a couple of Melbourne bitters. In
the stubby holder, please.
And the stubby holder is the Dylan Friends stubby holder, which is me. It says Dylan Friends, and then it says be yourself. Everyone else is taken. So someone's told me to plug my podcast, but I don't think I need to. I think they all listen to it, hopefully.
The Giants won round one, didn't they? At least they've got one win.
Wait, boys, there's been a head clash here.
Brett Daniels and Cornelia.
Oh, shivers me timbers.
Mate, the trainos. Train. So we'll get back on the train just before we finish up.
Yeah.
He'll have a real sniff of playing next week. And right now, he'll be organising the massage for tomorrow.
Yeah.
This is the week he'll actually really invest in his career. He's good for one every month. Oh, Haynes. Mad that. Turn. Oh, Perryman on the boot inside 50. Cameron.
I'm telling you, man.
They can't do it from here. It's actually impossible now.
No, it's not. Nothing's impossible.
Nick Mean wants to know, do I kiss my dad on the lips? Not since I was about 10 to 12. And I'd be surprised if you've actually kissed your dad on the lips in the last 5 years, Dill.
You know I kiss my dad on the lips every night. Can't sleep without it. What's going on with bloke? Sorry, Mick. Was I the last footballer in AFL that could kick over 70 metres? Because, why is everyone missing shots from 40 metres out at the moment?
I
don't know if you've seen, but I used to bomb them. I was a better outside 50 kick than inside 50. What's going on? Do they need me to come down there and teach them how to just...
H.E.
cannon?
H.E. Crozier. They might need you just down as a specialist goal kicking coach. You and Plugger. Buddy Franklin probably needs a bit of advice. So head back up. Do the Swans, do the Giants. What's for dinner there in the background, Dill? Not a burrito with rice in it, is it?
What'd you make? It's got a bit of dessert. I haven't had dinner yet. I had a real late lunch. It was almost an early dinner, but I'll eat later.
You're gonna do a bear tonight and just stay up late till all hours.
Nah, I'm actually an early. See, this, to be honest, 10 o'clock is, I'm normally in bed by then, for sure. I'll be asleep by 10:30.
As Bailey Smith will have one last possession for the evening. That'll take him up. I'm just going to run through the stat leaders there for you, Dill, on the night.
Please do.
So 57 to 33 at the moment. 45 seconds to play. Some statistical leaders across the night. They're the usual suspects. We've got Cornelio on 24, McRae 24, Daniel 23. Harry Perryman has had 23 and kicked 2 goals. Probably
Of course
another
he
3
has.
Brownlow votes for the big H. 21 Haitley, 20 Johannesson, 19 Ward, 18 Hopper, and Liberatores had 18 as well.
What's your thoughts on this year? So like last year, right, like a 35 possessions is like an elite game, right? What's an elite possessions in 16-minute quarters?
28 would be kind of your mid-30s, wouldn't it? Pretty much an extra quarter they're missing. Are they going to shake hands here or not? Oh, he's hurt himself late in the game. Is that Dunkley or? Oh, we're the sons of the Gold Coast Sky. That's not the song.
Mick, it's been good.
Hey, it's been
Sorry,
real.
I've stuffed it.
Go on.
It's been real. It's been good. Just hasn't been real good.
Over and out. Hey, enjoy your dessert, Dill. And one last reminder to everyone still tuned in. It is Harry Perryman, at Harry Perryman. Just give it a follow. Away you go.
Give it a follow. Really get around him.
Yeah.
Really get around Harry Perryman. Make sure you follow the lockdown, whatever we're on.
It's a lockdown league. This is the lockdown club.
Well, I don't know. It says lockdown league, says lockdown club. I'm not sure what it is, but just do both. And
have a great weekend.
Yeah, have a great weekend. And I'm going to go to bed, Mickey.
Grab your dessert, enjoy that, and away we go. Hey, chill out.